Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. So I was really pleased that you're joining us on a Monday night. Very hectic week last week. I bet you were sick to death of seeing us. What was it, 3 Facebook Lives, Laura?
Yes.
And a Saturday morning. So we must apologise about the Saturday morning one. Where we are in the demo kitchen, there's actually no Wi-Fi. So we had to take it off my phone, which meant that we had to film in, was it 3G or did we do it 3G? I don't know. We just didn't do it in HD. So it looked a bit crazy. So anyhow, but I hope you enjoyed it. At the end of it, it's a free demo, isn't it? And Molly's always fabulous to be in the kitchen. So for those of you who did join us, fantastic. So let me introduce you to this little lady, Julie Rogerson. And she has a fab little cake business in
Beverley, in East Yorkshire.
Yeah, Beverley in East Yorkshire. And if there's a friend of mine watching, she's not too far away from there as well. And what's the name of your company?
It's Julie's Cake in a Box.
Isn't that lovely? You could just squash her in a cake in a little box. She's that tiny. You couldn't get me in one, I wouldn't fit in one, but she'd fit in one perfectly. Lovely and dainty. I don't know what to do with her. You know, normally I'm like, that's big and muscly, and I've got this little lady here, I don't know what to do. So Julie is going to do lots of things tonight, okay? It's the first time doing a live for Sugar and Crumbs, so do make sure you get your thumbs up, the love hearts up, and afterwards I will tell you about her page name again, but if you've got a pen, write it down. Just drop it down, and it's Julie's Cake in a Box.
Yep, that's right.
Great, you'll find that easy. Or even if you put cake in a box, you'll find something. There'll be something there, and then remember Julie.
Yep.
So do make sure you go over and like her page. And if any of you want to message her afterwards to say thank you, I'm sure you're going to love it. She's going to love it, but I'm sure you're going to love what she's going to make tonight. So we're all very excited. I've never seen Shelley so excited. Hey, Shelley, love. So just a couple of things for me to tell you tonight. We are going to do a little bit on the sweet stamps, but I'm going to take them away and go and paint them to save a bit of time. We're using the Dragé Kiss as well. What else are we using tonight? Renshaw Sugar Paste. Yep. We're using the Renshaw Extra tonight. We thought we'd give them a throw in and have a look at the extra. Yep. Do you like the extra?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Good. That's what she's got to use.
So,
and then I just want to tell you about some new brushes that we've got in. Now, we are the exclusive supplier of Global Sugar Artists. I never get this name right. Global Sugar. Oh, I did have it right. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So Global Sugar Artists Network brushes, they're amazing. Now if you like doing anything with fine detail, these are the most perfect brushes for you. They're absolutely beautiful. They come in their own case as well. And you know, when you get them, it makes you feel really posh. Julie was just ironing up as well. So it makes you feel really posh. So Laura, what can you see here?
Just everything.
Can you see everything? So let's get this here. So let's just tell you about them. So there's two the same. So this one is just a larger brush. It's the number 4 brush. And I just love that. Look how lovely and smooth that is. Really very, very nice. And it comes in white as well. White is the new one. So let me just put that there. There you go. So they're both number 4s. You can see I've been using this one. So it's got a bit of colour on it. But those are the number 4s and they are beautiful. And then we have the new white one. Now this is the Elegant series, and this comes with a number 4 brush on one side. It's a duo brush. So it's got the number 4 on one side and the 00 on the other. Now look how fine that is. I don't know whether you can see how fine that is. Is that too high for you, Laura? Can you actually see the brush?
No.
No.
That's how fine it is. If you put, maybe if you hold it up against something.
Yeah. So I'm going to be covered in brushes here, but can you see how fine it is now?
Can you just come down a bit, please? Yes. Just about. It's very, very fine.
Okay, so this is perfect for doing eyeliners or eyelashes or really fine detail on your models. And then on the other side of that, you've got the number 4 brush, which is the same what was on here. So it's great that, because you know, you're doing your fine detail and then you're flipping over and you're flipping over. Laura's giving me the handshakes here. See what I mean?
Yeah.
See, this will give you a good tip, this won't it, on how to do this. So she waves at you and everything.
I'm taking notes.
Then she shoves Shelley out the way. And we get a look at the poke and a little glary eye off Laura.
It's going to be a fun night.
So yeah, so you've got this brush. So it's a duo brush. So there you go. Yeah, so that's one of them. Make sure you put the right side on. So let's do that. It will all become very confusing. And then this one here is the 1 and 0. Now this is a shaper actually. So you've got the 1, which is the shaper, and you've got the 0 brush again. So again, another duo. So this is for your shaping. So when you're shaping those eyes or eyebrows, or you're trying to get into the curves and put ears on and up the nose and all that stuff. And then you've got your little fine brush as well. Look how beautiful that is. What do you think, Jill?
I like that one.
Nice, isn't it? Nice, nice, nice. Proper arty stuff. So let's make sure I get it on the right side. I don't know which one it is. I have to go on like that for now. But matter. And then this one is the 8 and 1. So this one's a little bit longer. Are we at the right place there, Laura?
Yeah.
So can you see? I don't know whether you can see
Yes,
how
I
long
can see
it
that
is.
one.
And then you've got the 8. Yeah? Beautiful. Look at them. Absolutely lovely. So that's that one. I will be done in a minute. I'll get... Ooh. Yeah. Oh gosh, got it the right way. Super. Feel all hot and bothered getting them all muddled up. This one here is just... Now, we've got this one here. These two come separate. Now this one is the Master Series White 00, and the Master Series Black 0 we already had in stock. So let me just lift that up there, and you might be able to see the fine detail there, and you'll see one brush, the length of the hair is longer. Can you see that? The black one is longer?
Yeah.
Can you see that? I was just saying it, Laura.
Yeah, no, you can. You
Don't
can.
sound very
Promise
convincing,
you,
Laura.
you can.
But there you go. So there. So when you're looking at those, don't think it's just a black one and a white one. They are completely different. That's not a duo. Those are single bushes. There we are. Put them in there. And then I'm nearly getting there. Don't worry. And then this one is a 000. Can you believe that? A 000 with a number 10. So my goodness, I can't even tell you how tiny that is.
You can only just about
Yeah.
see it. It's really, really fine.
I reckon that's a flea's tail, if a flea was that big.
I love that one.
or a gnat's tail, I don't know, is that tiny, isn't it? And then you've got the number 10 there for brushing. So, you know, really lovely. It's beautiful. It really is tiny, but this is for you guys who are really, really particular about your artwork. And there's nothing worse than, you know, I know I've done this with brushes. I've cut them down, cut half the bristles off. Have you ever done that?
I've done that.
And then you cut them all off.
Yeah.
So I've done that one. But anyhow, these are for people who really love their artwork. And these brushes are to be looked after. And then this one here is another duo. This is a black one that we already do. This is a 0 and a 1. So that's the shaper and the 1. We already told you got that in white as well.
Yep.
Just in case some of you didn't like the black. And then this is the last one. And this is a number 12 and a number 6. So you can see them, can't you?
Yeah.
So they're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
They'd be great for doing your sweet stamps with, actually. So they're absolutely lovely. So these are meant to be recommended retail price of $14.99 each. The first time I saw these, I saw somebody doing an auction for them. So when they first came out, and I thought, oh, what are they auction for? Bidding, I need to get my nose in on that. So before you knew it, I was over 100 quid for this brush. And I think somebody beat me to it. I think I got up to 150 euros for it. Absolutely, barn pot. Wow. You know when you get to the point you hope you don't win? Well, I was at that stage. Anyhow, somebody beat me at 155. I've never been so relieved in all my life. I was ever so happy. So anyhow, and it wasn't too long ago, actually. I think it was only the beginning of the year. When did we start stocking these, Laura?
It might have been last year, but it
Was
wasn't. Yeah.
I can't remember whether we had them for Cake International or not. But anyhow, it wasn't too long ago. But can you imagine I'd have died paying 150 euros for them, and the person who paid 155 in an auction for them must be crying their eyes out. Anyhow, but thanks for saving me. So selfish girl that I am. Anyhow, they should be $14.99. We sell them at $13.99, but because we've got the white ones out now, I've actually put them all on the best price I can possibly put them all on, and I've put them on at $10.99 each. So that's the best price I can possibly do them for you. I don't know how long I'm going to keep them on at that price. I may even get into trouble off these people for doing it at that price. But if you want them, grab them now. Now, I haven't got all the photographs done for them, but if anybody wants to send me a message, I'll take a picture of them. But they're off to the photographers this week, so hopefully I should have them this weekend.
Do we sell them in a set?
We don't sell them in a set, unfortunately. I can sell them in a set, but the problem is there's that many, it becomes messy. Which ones do I put in the set? So I think at this price you can choose which ones you want. And for my €150, I could have had all these and change. How cool is that? It is a bargain, isn't it? Convince you now. Absolutely, Julie.
I'm going to be in good news when I get in.
Exactly.
My ordering.
So, and by the way, I've actually said Julie's in the kitchen. I forgot to say that Laura and Shelley's in the kitchen as well. How bad am I?
Don't
Hi,
worry. We've already had a few hellos, don't worry.
Well, the girls are here as usual, so I'm just going to get Laura to kick off her usual fabulous speech that she does.
Hi everyone. So yeah, there's loads of familiar names I can see popping up on the comments, so thank you for joining us as always. Just a quick few things to run through. Everything you can see tonight being used on the Facebook Live is available on the Sugar and Crumbs website, so it's sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. There's a couple of ways to find the items. It's either search by brand, using the search bar at the top of the page, or across to the Facebook Live wish list, and everything will be there for you. Also, if you can't stay for the whole session or you've missed a bit or anything like that, the whole Facebook Live gets pinned to the top of the post, the top of the page when we're finished. But wait until we're finished. Don't leave us yet. And of course it gets transferred over to YouTube as well. It's normally there by sort of tomorrow afternoonish. It's just whenever YouTube lets us upload. You'll see Shelley hovering over Julie's shoulder as always, and me whispering a name to get out of the frame for you all. But Shelley and Maria make these 1-minute videos that are fantastic and also get uploaded to YouTube as well.
Sorry. No worries. You don't have to say sorry to me, I was jumping in.
There's a couple of questions that people have asked already. So it's quite difficult, just because the feed moves very, very quickly and there's lots of comments. It's quite difficult for me to answer stuff that's not necessarily relevant for tonight. But Dawn Edwards, yes, we still do strawberries and cream. Just type in the search bar strawberries and cream and it will come up for you in the icing sugars. Or again, you can go on the very front page of the website, there's an icing sugars section there that you can pick. So yeah, people very impressed with the brushes, by the way. Absolutely loving the brushes.
Price, they're amazing. And seriously, I'm not joking. I do remember now whose live it was, and I think she was called Karina. What's she called? Karina Maguire. It was her. She was doing the auction. I don't even think she could believe how well it went. Anyhow, whoever it was, whichever lovely lady it was, I'm very glad you bailed me out. I've never been so chuffed about my life. So anyhow.
Maria's watching this evening and she says, all the best, Julie. Maria is watching with another lady.
Is that Maria Ditch from last week?
Yes, and I can't find the comment now. Yes, it's Geraldine. Yes. Yeah. So wishing you lots of luck for tonight, and there's loads of people supporting you, saying that they can't wait to see what you're going to create tonight. So very exciting.
But let me just show you some of Julie's creations, because she brought 2 cakes tonight, and I think you'll have already spotted them already. So let's talk about this one first. So how fabulous is this, Julie? Yeah. So I'm going to have to put it on here so Laura can see it on her camera. I've got to be honest, this is called the wow factor, and this is, this is a perfect thing for people who are doing models and fine detail.
Those brushes would be perfect for doing that eyeliner.
Absolutely. I was just going to say that. Yeah. And even like the eyeballs and stuff like that, isn't it? Yeah. It's all that fine detail. So go on then, Julie, tell us about this.
So this is a pirate mermaid. She was made for Cake International last year. I was part of a Pirates collaboration, which was organised by Vicky Tether. It was a display table which was judged, and we actually got first prize.
Did you?
Yeah. So
well, I'm not surprised. She's beautiful.
There was some amazing
Look
pirates.
at the hair.
She is absolutely gorgeous.
Fancy her myself.
She's beautiful.
She's a bit sassy.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes. She's just got that look.
But her lips are beautiful as well. Don't know whether you can see close up on her lips. How can we get?
If we push her over a little bit.
We'll just get her over here. Yeah. Just move
and then I can zoom in. There we go. Yep. Perfect.
Aren't they beautiful then? Mm. So anyhow, so this is one of Julie's pieces that she's brought today. So I've been fascinated by this one. You like this one as well, didn't you, Shelley?
Yeah, I really like that. I love the red hair.
Yeah.
And then we've got this one. And you're part of the Katie Sue design team as well, aren't you, Julie?
Yes, I've been with them for about 3 years now, working with their moulds.
Yeah, good. So what does that mean, being part of the Katie Sue design team?
So basically they send us the moulds pre-release. We come up with creations using their products and design cakes for them to use for their marketing.
Well, this one is fabulous, and Shelley fell in love with this one. She says it reminds her of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But I've never watched that before, so I really don't know. I don't get it when I see all this type of stuff. It's not my type of thing. I like the floral, flowery, good, girly things, and then we've got Shelley here. So
I'm with you, Team Shelley.
I'd be on the white pens, she'd be on the black ones. So, but isn't this fabulous? So this is a mould itself. I have put them on the wish list, tonight's wish list, even though we've had them in for, I think they've been out a couple of months now,
Yeah,
these, haven't they?
yeah.
So I have put them on the wish list, just in case anybody hasn't seen them before. I can't remember what this one's called. It's called Dragon Scales. Oh, that's good, cracking.
Yeah.
And then, have we got the serpents on here? Yeah, the serpents on here as well.
Yeah.
And then this one's the swords, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's a shield, and I think there's a couple of other things as well.
The lettering.
Yeah,
Yes,
that letter
We do the lettering.
That's right, yes, there's
So
the
there's a baby
alphabet,
dragon
isn't
as
it?
well.
Baby dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fabulous. So they're all Katie Sue designs. I put them in the wish list as well, just so you can see them. But I hope you're giving lots of thumbs up and loves heart for these, because these are fantastic. And it's lovely to see people's work. You know, I love it, like, you know, when everyone comes in and they bring their cakes in. And it's really fascinating, especially for me, because I don't do that well with cake decorating. But I have a good go at it.
I'm going to try.
My drip cake was good last week, wasn't it?
And it tasted amazing as
That's
well.
the most important thing. Needs to
Yeah.
taste good.
Taste it.
I know you never got any, did you?
It looks lovely though.
So yes, all the cakes went to the demonstration morning. I did warn them if I hadn't washed my hands, or sorry, I took all my cakes to the demonstration morning, and all the ladies there were given a warning that if they didn't want to eat the cake, they didn't have to. It was personal choice, and I'm sure that they could trust me that I would have washed my hands. But I did let them know that I did have my hair down when I made them. So, and that's how we are tonight in the kitchen. Well, Julie's very good. She's got hers all tied up, lovely and neat,
Yep.
and she's got no nails
No
on.
nails on.
Okay. But I have, so I'll look.
I wash my hands. I did.
I wash mine too.
As we always say, what happens in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen stays in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen.
So we're using ganache and a few other things tonight, and we're using my own cake that I baked, and Laura was ever so impressed. She can't believe I baked it. She
No, it wasn't like that at all. I was just jealous of it.
Eh?
It's fantastic.
Been in the freezer, so I just hope it's all right when we cut it up inside in a
Absolutely
minute.
fine.
But we actually had one of the cakes on Saturday. That was one of mine as well, because just lately I've been using Sweet Successes cakes, which is fantastic. But occasionally I do knock out a sponge.
Well, it's fab.
Yeah, good. Right, so I think that's all I need to say. Laura's on questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down there, and you'll see me bob back and forward to help Julie
Yep.
with some little bits
Some
she's got
jobs
lined up for me.
Got
Yes.
some jobs for you.
Great.
Okay, let's put that to the side. Right, so thank you. Tonight we're going to be making a very, very simple carved makeup bag. So for any of you who maybe were a bit frightened of doing carved cakes, this one is so easy. Literally 2 or 3 cuts, and you're going to end up with something really quite nice. We're going to use the Katie Sue Designs quilting mould as well, so it's going to be a quilted effect for the makeup bag.
Oh, the Kerry Griffiths one.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
He'll be
Yep.
well happy.
Absolutely. Hi Carrie, if you're around. So we're going to start off first of all though, we're going to cover our board because we're going to use some of the sweet stamps to imprint a message on the board, and that's what Carol's going to help me with in a little while. So we're using a 14-inch round cake board today, and we're using Renshaw.
Sorry.
That was subtle, wasn't it?
Sorry.
Cancer cones going.
Thanks, but no thanks. Maybe later. We're using the Renshaw Ready to Roll purple sugar paste to cover the board with, for no other reason than I like purple.
I know, she did send me a message and
I
said,
did.
oh, it's purple. And but you can change it if you want to.
Yeah, you can use
we'll
any
keep the
colour.
design. We'll keep
Any
the design.
colour, absolutely. Pink's nice, I do like pink as well, but sorry. I just thought purple would be really nice for a change. Yes,
Oh, just while you're all doing that, let me
Yeah.
tell them.
yeah.
So, new flavour came out on Friday, chocolate honeycomb, and it sold amazingly well. I've got it on offer at £2 a bag. The ladies who tasted it here in a class a few weeks ago absolutely loved it. Maria put it on her honey pot cake, absolutely loved it. The lady who took it home posted on the page, she said it was delicious as well, and it is. Believe me, it's going to be a bestseller, that one. So grab that at £2 a bag. So get that in your bag tonight.
Fabulous. Can I have that in my bag to go home?
Yes.
What you just stood on?
I've just done
Like
something.
there.
What is it?
Okay, so we're just going to We're just kneading the sugar paste.
Sorry, Carol's just in downstairs in the kitchen. She just stood on a plastic top.
On the tops of those brushes.
As long as it wasn't one of my sweet stamps.
Oh no.
So I'm just softening up the sugar paste there. I'm just going to roll it out quite thinly just to cover the board. Just keep turning it to make sure that it doesn't stick. If you're...
Sorry, I know, I'm so noisy, aren't
Well,
I?
calm down in a minute.
I just get hot, I need a drink.
Yeah, so at home, if you haven't got a really good, like me, my worktop isn't as non-stick as this, I would just roll it out with a little bit of icing sugar or corn flour. Okay, I know some people don't like to use corn flour, some people don't like to use icing sugar, it's just personal preference really. But just keep moving the paste around. You can see it is quite a soft paste, this one. And keep it out of shape, but never mind.
And it's nice to see it lift up off the board, because so many people say about Renshaw being sticky. And it is sticky, but if you use it properly, it's fine.
Yeah.
But having said that, just in doubt, we've got a corn flour pouch down here for you, just in case.
That's fine. Yeah, so I must admit, I do normally use the Renshaw Extra or other pastes like that have just got a little bit more elasticity about them. And sometimes if it's sticking a little bit, you can just move it around with your rolling pin as well.
Okay, so a couple of things. Is there any chance you could speak up just a little bit?
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's okay. And Lynn Sprules, there is a sticker on the board to basically pinpoint the centre.
Yes.
Yeah, so that I know.
Eagle eyes.
Yes, well done for spotting that.
Wow.
To be fair, it's one of those things that every week we're always going to say we're going to put a marker on the centre, and we forget, and we finally remembered.
So I'm the guinea pig.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've just told Julie that's where you need to be.
So I'm just brushing the board with just a little bit of water, just to help the sugar paste to stick.
Yeah, you will have to shout up. You're a much softer spoken than I am. Oh, it was Chris Greatbanks who won it, yes. So she said, yes, everyone loved the honey pot cake. It was delicious.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so I'm just going to move that over. Oh dear. I don't know if it's the lights or me that's hot.
Probably a bit of both.
Probably a bit of both. And me not being used to the normal paste. So all we'll do is we'll just use our rolling pin on the board. Let's just cut off a bit of that excess. I assure you, when I cover my boards at home, they go perfectly fine.
Don't worry. Nobody cares as long as you get it on.
So as I say, you can use your rolling pin just to ease it across.
So a few hellos to everybody, and there's a few of you there that has already ordered your honeycomb, which is great. And believe me, I'm telling you, next week when you use it, and Maria was on last Monday, Maria Ditch says she used it on Friday, and it gave her that Friday feeling. What's the Friday feeling?
Oh, it's good. It's a good
feeling.
Friday
It's the end of the
feeling.
week.
Yeah, end of the week, ready for the weekend, absolutely.
Wendy Campion says it's absolutely delicious. She didn't want to share it with the rest of the class she was in, the class that they were all eating it. And to be fair, they did love it.
Yeah, no, it is. My favourite is literally changing every time we release a new flavour. But I say it all the time.
Yeah, it's bad though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your fault, Carol.
Well, I have to say they're all my favourites because I only make the ones I like.
Oh dear. So, this is an absolute mash of a board. We maybe should have had a whiteboard, Carol, with that nice Renshaw Extra. Have we got time to recover?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want
very
to?
thank you.
Of course, times.
Oh dear. Can we cancel?
But you know what? I would never worry about it because a lot of the ladies here will be glad that it happened like that because they want to say you're going to put it right.
Yes.
Okay.
Or, and to be fair, you could have covered most of that with your cake.
Well, the cake's going right in the middle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
And with
Okay.
us using the sweet stamps, I can't even cover it up with the letters.
Do you want some more of that
I'm
purple? Because you only used the 2 packets. Do you want more? Because it's a big board.
No, it's fine. It just went out of shape. There is
right.
enough paste.
Right.
Okay. So let's start again.
Yeah, good.
Let's pretend we didn't do that.
Yeah.
We'll use.
Right.
Let's not worry about it. It's only cake.
And the other thing is, all the ladies will be going, that's what they do in
Are
their
they all
kitchen.
laughing at me now?
No, there's loads of love hearts and thumbs coming up. No, not at all. Do you know what? They're all feeling your pain
Oh,
because they've all been there and done it.
they have. Okay. Take 2. You can't do that on live though, can you? Take 2.
No.
Why did we do it live?
Unfortunately not.
So, Julie is going to be using the Renshaw Extra for
I
other
am.
things, but just for the board, we're just using the covering paste.
Yeah. And I have used it before.
And Jane says she loves it when things go wrong because
Oh,
you can
good.
show how to put them right.
Yes. So to put them right, you use a little bit of corn flour and turn it a little bit more often.
Yes, exactly. Paul Holmes says it's not a problem because he does it. He says you're not on your own.
Thank you.
Karen's story, it happens to her all the time.
Brilliant.
And Victoria said it's the best thing to see it. It's exactly what I would do. You go, girl.
Thank you.
There you go. See,
Bless
they're
you.
a very supportive art
They
group,
are.
and they're not here to laugh at people. They're actually here. Now you're doing it right, aren't you?
Yes.
I think she was just getting
Very
carried away with
excited.
herself, rolling anyway. Probably
I
so
was.
chuffed with the green board not sticking.
I know, I'm so excited.
It's actually, people complain about the roller icing. I've got no complaints about it.
Yeah.
I find it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, as long as you're careful with it,
Yeah.
it's absolutely fine. As I say, sometimes I use a larger rolling pin as well, which
Do you want a larger
helps.
one?
You've got a
would
larger
help.
one.
Yeah, of course I have.
just helps with the carrying of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go.
Thank you. Look at this.
I know.
There we go, so then I can move it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And we won't need to re-wet the board because it's still damp from when I scraped all the paste off. So if you're not sure how big your paste needs to be, you can always hover your board over the top.
That's what I do. I always do that.
Almost there.
So you've got a fabulous audience of 355 people watching you so
Wow,
far,
hello.
Julie. Cock up that board.
Fabulous!
358 now. They've all heard about it. They're coming in to watch, rewind.
See what she's going to do wrong next.
Oh, 362.
Oh,
Look,
wow.
look, they're all talking about it.
Yeah,
368.
Quick, get over to that sugar and crunch is making a right ash of it. And why is it as well?
Oh, 372.
When I want to roll out a piece of square sugar paste, it's
You
always
can't.
really round.
I know, it's mad that, isn't it?
And when I want a piece of round sugar paste,
It's always square.
it's square.
It is mad that though. That is what
It
happens,
always
isn't it?
happens,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so a quick smooth around, and then we're just going to use a sharp knife to cut off the excess.
There you go. Or you can use that one's really sharp.
I'll use this one. Just in case. We don't want trip to A&E tonight, do we?
No thanks.
First she messes up the board and then she chops off her finger. Okay.
So while Julie's doing that for you, I'm just going to tell you about a few classes that we've got on. So all our classes are finished now for the summer and we're back again in September. Now in September we've got the Queen of Hearts in, they're in for 3 classes. We have Georgia Godbold in, but she's fully booked. I'm going to book a cupcake bouquet class weekend. So I'm going to do a cupcake bouquet class and a baking in one weekend, which I think is going to be the last weekend in September. And then in October, we've got Hilary Hurst in doing the gilded rustic cake. And I've missed a lady, Natalie Porter, doing the antlers class. And that class is amazing. In fact, all the classes are absolutely amazing. So just to let you know, it's a £100 deposit, which is on the website. And you pay the balance over, just keep phoning the office, pay it as and when you want, 20 quid a week, £10 a week, whatever you want, or pay it all in one go. Go on then. Next
Okay, so
stage.
are you ready? Yep. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the sweet stamps just to impress our happy birthday message. Obviously you only get one of each letter, so we've just left a little blank here for the extra P and a little space here for the A and the Y. So I'm just going to start it off and then this is Carol's job to finish it off for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a really good idea, to put that back again, to just use a spare board just to kind of line up where your letters want to be first. Okay. So we're going to take the H, we're going to write happy birthday. Okay, so let's choose the nicer area. Okay, so we're just going to pop it on. Okay, if you line it up, and then just press. Make sure you press all the little bits in. Okay, and then very carefully.
Well, if you're doing it that way, you may as well do it all together. Please, you can go all the way around.
Mm?
said, if you're going to do it that way, one at a time.
Well, what was you going to do?
Well, I was going to press them all down in one go.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, so that's why I was saying leave a space. But if you're going to do it that way, you can do it that way. She can do it herself.
So what you do is you just lay them all around like this, and then Carol comes and finishes it off for you. I'm sure the ladies and gentlemen would much rather see me carrying a cake, Carol, than pressing down a little letter.
Every letter.
You just carry on with that for a minute while I carry on telling them about the classes. Anyhow, next week, who have we got in next Monday? What date is it today?
The 8th today.
Oh, I don't know who we've got in next Monday. Let's just see who we've got in next Monday. Oh, we've got Cakes by CEO. So, I know I can't remember her name. How bad is that? I'll find it in a minute. Cakes by CEO, they're in next Monday. And the week after, we've got Karen Davies in. Now, the reason I'm going to say that, Karen has got a friend called, and I called him, what did I call him last week?
Michael Lewis Hamilton.
Michael Lewis Hamilton. Got it completely wrong. He's called Michael, what's he called?
Lewis Anderson.
Michael Lewis.
Not the racing driver at all.
No.
I think they're both handsome. Anyhow, Michael Lewis Anderson is coming up on Sunday, the 21st of July, and we will be doing a live that night with him. So anybody who's into royal icing or wants to know about royal icing, he will be doing a live on that Sunday, the 21st. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put on a class for him on the Tuesday. So if anybody wants to know about that class on the Tuesday, if you want to know how to learn royal icing and perfect your string work, as they call it, that's the class to do. And we're going to put it on as a special offer because it's such short notice. So just to let you know about that. And the lady is called Chantel. I thought she was called Chantel. Yes. So from CEO Cakes, it's Chantel Emily.
Oh, sorry. 1 minute.
Laura's got it for me. Chantel Emily with an O. I have no idea what her surname is. Sorry, Chantel. Anyhow, so we're back with you, Julie. I'll stop
I've almost
nattering.
finished, look.
Look at that. See what you've done there. You've flown.
All that.
You didn't need my assistance, did you?
Nearly there. Birthday, as long as I spell it right. Okay, so you can line them all up if you want to.
We've already had a chat tonight that I was going to go and finish it off for her. So, but there you go. See, look, you've just knocked that out the bag yourself there, haven't you? You've done very well.
Brilliant.
I can just do it all.
So all the different sweet stamp styles are available on the Sugar and Crumbs website. When you actually click into the product itself, Carol's photographer has done, well, it's Carol's idea, which is absolutely fantastic, but our photographer has now put
Resigned.
yeah, he's resigned, but we basically had him put a size guide on, so the letter, the A's and the numbers and things like that against a ruler, so you can actually see the size guide of the letters, because that's probably the most common question we get about the sweet stamps. And we know there's so many different designs, and they do vary in font size slightly. So we've put up a really handy guide for you for each style, so you can have a look at those on the website.
Okay, so on to the carving. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our makeup bag sitting up on its side. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is just trim away this lovely top to reveal the cake underneath.
Oh God, hope it's cooked through. If it's not, flip it over and don't let anybody see.
Okay, so
Beautiful.
there we are, so far so good. And then normally what we would do is we would slice the cake again to tort it to fillet. But because this is a standing up cake, we're going to cut it in half first, this way, roughly. It doesn't matter too much if it's not exact. If you would like to use a ruler to do it, you can do.
This will tell. Oh great, it's cooked.
It's cooked. Yeah.
What's that, Carol?
Pardon?
Sweet stamps.
It's the stylish.
So the coral coloured pad that, and the lettering that Julie was using is the stylish font, but it's just totally personal choice.
Yeah, absolutely. So the cake is going to be standing up, like in a semicircle type of shape. So to fill it, we're going to cut it across this way. So it's almost as if we've cut the cake into quarters, really. Okay, so we're just going to slice across. Watch your fingers. Okay.
And this is the new PME knife, isn't it, Carol?
It's a 10-inch one. I'm about to put a 14-inch one on the website.
Right, okay.
Not got it there yet.
It's good, I like it.
Yeah, it's lovely. I've got an even taller one.
I use a really old, horrible bread knife.
Yeah, but that's so easy to get with, isn't it?
Definitely. And we're just going to fill it with this buttercream, which smells lovely. Okay, so fill each bit.
Now, some of you are going to be wondering what buttercream she's using. So I don't know whether to tell you. It's one of our Christmas ones, so we're not going to tell you.
No, because everybody will want it again in production and we haven't got time.
Well, no, we've not made this one. It's a new one for Christmas.
Oh, right. A new Christmas one.
It smells lovely.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not giving any other hints, but it smells lovely.
Yeah. You'll have to pay Julie afterwards to tell you what it is.
Start the bidding.
Bribery, yeah.
155 euros to start. Starting bid.
Just for reference, what size cake are we using?
It's an 8-inch round.
And roughly, before I get asked, how many portions?
About 20, 25 roughly. Say I would aim more on the 20 because we are going to chop a little bit off, but we're not chopping much off.
Just preempting the questions.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you've got 2 halves there filled. And what I'm going to do before I get any further is I'm just going to make a little board to go underneath. Because we've covered our cake board first and we're just leaving that to set a little while, we're going to make another cake card to go underneath it so that when we transfer it onto the cake board, everything's all okay, nothing's going to fall off. Okay, so I have here an 8-inch cake card and I'm just going to trim roughly off the edges and then we'll just give it a measure. It doesn't have to be really precise, you just really need to be able to transfer it onto the board.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I was doing this at home, I would then, once I've cut it, I would then cover it with cake board foil just to make it food safe again because obviously you've got your cut edges.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can just roughly measure across. It needs to be a bit smaller than the base of the cake and I'll tell you why in a minute when we start carving. Okay. If you don't want to use scissors, you could use a scalpel on a mat, that would be absolutely fine. Okay, so a little bit of buttercream just to stick the cake on. Like so. And then transfer 1/2. I'm putting the cut edge, do you know where I cut the top off where I trimmed it? I'm putting that into the middle of the cake so that on the outside we've got a nice smooth surface. And then I'm just going to put a layer of buttercream in between. You could use ganache if you wanted, but seeing as though the buttercream's open and it's smelling really good, I'm just going to put a layer of buttercream.
I'm intrigued now about which one it is.
Intrigued. Okay, and then this will just stop them coming apart. It just sticks them together. Bits of glue. Okay, and then the other half over here, and give it a good squish together. Okay, so that's our basic shape, but now we're just going to carve a little bit off just to give it a bit more shape and a bit more definition. So, get rid of some of these crumbs. So to start with, we're going to cut from the middle outwards, just down in a bit of a slurp. Okay. So we're going to take 1 cut off that side, turn it around, and roughly the same on the other side. Okay, so you can see straight away it's giving us a little bit more shape. Just going to round off the edges. Around that way. Okay. And again, you can just go in with your hands, just give it a squish to make it a bit more rounded. And then the last thing we're going to do is just at the bottom of the cake, we're just going to cut into it, that you can see that way, just a little bit. Okay, we're just going to cut a thin sliver out of the bottom. The reason we're doing that is so that it looks like the makeup bag is actually sitting on the board, not just coming out of the board.
Yeah.
It just gives it a little bit of extra shape, a bit more realistic.
That totally makes sense, but it is something that you would easily overlook.
Yeah, definitely. I can see straight away there, because I've used a round board, when I did it at home I used a square one, I've got a bit sticking out. So I'm just going to take it off, like so, and I'm just going to trim that just that rounded edge off, just so that we don't end up with
Yeah,
that cake board
sticking out.
which will look a
Just
bit
while you're
unsightly.
doing that,
Yeah.
Maria Wilson, I'm not sure what the issue is, but we've got the same setup and same microphone as we have every week. I'm looking at the volume levels on here, and I will naturally be louder because I'm sat literally at the iPad. So obviously you can pick my voice up straight away, but the volume levels when Julie's speaking aren't particularly low, so we can't do anything else about the volume, unfortunately. It might actually be the device that you're listening on.
Has she got any earphones?
Earphones,
Because
yeah.
everybody puts earphones
Pop
in.
some earphones
You can
in.
hear it a
Yeah,
bit better. Or maybe turn up a volume.
yeah.
And I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of buttercream just to secure this board to the temporary board that we're working on, just so it's not moving around too much when we're working. Okay, so that is your carving done. Like I said, it's the simplest bit of carving. So I'm just going to clean these bits up
Fantastic.
so that we don't end up with all these crumbs in our ganache. Wait a second. I think Maria mentioned last week when we were on the at Cake International on the cake off, we got into trouble for being a bit messy.
Yeah.
So what is it that you're working on this year, Maria? Maria told us last week. So you're working 3 of you in a group, isn't there? Who's the other
3
lady?
of us. That's Geraldine Lindsay. That's how I knew that it was Geraldine
Ah,
that was speaking to
okay.
us.
Does that mean that they're together, Maria and Geraldine? or-
No, Geraldine's in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And Maria's
Right.
down in Retford.
Right.
So no, we communicate via the internet, WhatsApp and Facebook and things. So yes, the 3 Sugar Tears is being reunited this year at Cake International again. And this time we're doing a 2-day competition, a live championships.
Wow.
So yeah, we need to design our cake.
Fantastic.
So I'm just going to run and put this in the bin, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
And I will be back.
So Laura, do you want to shout out some questions? And answer them?
Yes, so just a very quick recap. If everyone's missed any of the live or needs to catch up, can't stay with us for the whole session, as always, the whole Facebook Live will be pinned to the top of the Facebook page when we're finished. It also gets transferred over to YouTube as well, along with all the little 1-minute videos that Maria and Shelley make for us. Anything that you need to purchase or you want to purchase that Julie's used this evening is on the Sugar and Crumbs website. So head over to sugarandcrumbs.co.uk when we're finished and you can find everything there in the wish list, which is over on the right hand side of the website page. And just look for Facebook wish list July and drop down to Julie's name and everything is in there for you.
I'm just warming the ganache up a little tiny bit.
No
worries.
problem.
So how's our audience growing, Laura? If anybody's wondering where I am down this end of the kitchen,
You can just hear your voice.
I'm being Julie's assistant and painting her sweet stamps in.
Absolutely. So hi Donna Ryan's watching. So there's not a tutorial or a video for the mermaid cake. The mermaid cake's actually been made by Julie.
Just 1 second, Shelley,
Yeah.
grab that piece of paper there. No one here. So you carry on talking, but in a minute, Maria, I want you to, Laura, I want you to do this shout out.
Oh right, okay. So yeah, like I say, sorry, there's no tutorial. It's a cake made by Julie that actually won an award. It is absolutely beautiful as part of the cake collaboration. So sorry, I'm just trying to find out how many people are actually watching us this evening. Let's have a look. Where are we? 5. Why can't I find
Don't
you?
worry.
Wow, so we're just... Come on, we need one more person to join us and we'd hit 400. Okay, so shout out. Okay. So for anyone over in the USA, there is actually a show on 13th and 14th of July this weekend in St. Louis, Missouri. And we have a stockist there selling 10 of our flavours. So it's pretty much our top 10, although it changes on a daily basis depending on how our sales go. Our top 10 changes all the time.
Over there,
Vanilla fudge is over there and everybody will go crazy for that. So the company name who's selling our Sugar and Crumbs icing sugars is CBC Designs. The gentleman's called Donald Joyner. They are at booth 25 at the showmesweets.com. He's called showmesweets.com. The show dates are the 13th and the 14th of July, St. Louis, Missouri. So anybody over in the USA, head over.
Just like you do. Is that bigger?
Why not? Just pop over. Just pop over. Why not? Have a road trip.
So Donald is actually doing a few shows this year, and so is Marissa as well from Sweet Chalet. So both those people are doing shows this year, and they're both taking our sugars to the shows, which is fabulous.
Okay, so I'm just covering this with a bit of chocolate ganache. This is milk chocolate ganache that I'm using. So we used 3 parts chocolate to 1 part cream. I did get a bit carried away. I made too much. I'm
I was
sorry.
laughing.
You
So
was.
she's making it because I was thinking you only need a small batch. So then Julie threw in 600 grams of chocolate with 200 grams of cream. So I said, Julie, do you need that much? And she looked at it and she went, actually, no.
I
Yeah.
did say sorry.
She said, she said, I'm so used to doing big cakes.
Yeah.
So she's slapping loads on this cake because I said, anything she leaves in the bowl, me and Maria will be having our fingers in it tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're just going to cover this. It doesn't have to be terribly precise. It's not like making a wedding cake. We're not going to be doing any sharp edges. We're going to be covering it with a quilted mould effect, so you're not going to see. It will be absolutely fine. We are going to smooth it off though, don't worry, I'm not going to leave it as a great big mass of chocolate.
So in terms of covering the cake now, I'm obviously using ganache. It's to do with the stability of it,
Yeah,
rather than buttercream under the fondant.
yeah, you could use buttercream if you wanted. It's just personal preference, to be
Okay.
honest. I tend to use ganache all the time for all of my cakes, whether it's a wedding cake, a birthday cake, a carved cake. I think carved cakes in particular benefit from the stability of the ganache.
Yeah.
But like I said, because this is such a simple one, and it's not, I quite often do like big gravity defying cakes and cakes that really do need that strength.
Yeah.
This one doesn't particularly, and with it being quite small as well. So if you preferred buttercream,
Yeah.
go ahead, use
Okay.
buttercream, it would be absolutely fine.
Fantastic. So there's a couple of people asking for the cake knife. So it is on the website. The easiest way to find it is to shop by brand and go to PME. I will pop a link on. Let me just try and find the
I will
correct
tell you, it's a
one.
fabulous cake knife, and Kim Firth last week fell in love with it.
Yeah.
But there's also a bigger one. I thought this is a 10-inch,
Yeah.
and there's a bigger one, a 14-inch. I've not got it on the website yet, and I might try and get it on while we're live, actually.
I think that one will be great.
Pardon?
The bigger one.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in a minute.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I've just gone over roughly with the ganache. I haven't got much left at all.
You best leave a bit in that bowl. I was looking forward to it.
No, there is absolutely loads. Don't worry, there's plenty. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy up around the edges. And then what I'm going to do is just smooth it over a little bit with a flexible smoother. Okay. I couldn't be without my flexible smoothers. So I'm going to use one of these here. Okay. And then just starting from there. And also you'll be able to see if there's any places where you've gone a bit too thin with your ganache. But you can see it just smooths it out really nicely.
Absolutely.
Like I say, it doesn't have to be an absolutely pristine finish because of the design of the cake, which is why it's ideal for beginners or people who don't have a lot of time. So just remembering to keep that shape that we've carved. Don't get too carried away with your ganache. So it
End up
ends
squaring it off.
yeah,
Yeah.
so back to the shape that you started with.
So just also to let you know, regarding the sweet stamps, Amy Sweet Stamps is over on Cake Flakes. Do you remember we've had Paul and David here in the Sugar and Crumbs? Well, we've been in their kitchen actually. So Paul and David do their lives on a Tuesday. We do ours on a Monday. So they do theirs on a Tuesday, and they're having people doing lives for them now. So if you want to catch up with Amy tomorrow, she's actually on their page tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And obviously she'll be telling you where the stock is for here in the UK, as well as herself telling you about them. But it'd be great for you to catch up on any new hints and tips, and to say hello to the boys, of course.
Right, just tuning my clock a moment.
Right.
Okay. How are you doing with that painting?
Not too bad.
Fabulous. Okay, so the next thing we're going to move on to is using the mould to cover the cake. Okay. And it's this really big continuous quilting mould by Katie Sue Designs. It's really fab because it's huge, and if you can see the kind of indentations along the side and the top, it means it slots together so you get a continuous quilting effect. Okay, and we're using the Renshaw Extra Black. Sorry for the rattling. I did some training at the British Sugar Craft Guild to be a demonstrator, and they're going to go mad with me rattling.
You do what?
They'll go mad with me rattling with the bags. That's the big no-no. Nothing in bags. Don't be rattling.
I got told off on one of my first lives because I used to show people products and sometimes I didn't take them out of the bag. And on YouTube, this guy gave me some really nasty feedback for rattling the bags.
Yeah.
I actually thought there was a bit more to life than worrying
Well,
about that.
yes,
But anyhow.
yeah.
Okay, so I've just got a small rolling pin. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by rolling the paste out to roughly the size of the mould. Okay. Remember to keep turning it so it doesn't stick. And the mould I've actually used for this one, because we're using black sugar paste and I haven't got a cake steamer, we're not going to use corn flour, we're going to use Trex. So I've already greased the mould with Trex, but corn flour is just as good. Okay. If you were going to use corn flour, just make sure to steam the cake afterwards to remove the remarks. Okay. And then we lay the paste over the mould, give it a little stretch. And then with your fingers, just got a bit of corn flour. Okay, if your fingers are a bit sticky, just rub a bit of corn flour on. And you need to press the paste into the mould quite firmly because it is quite a deep mould, so you do need to make sure you get all those impressions of the quilting into your paste. Okay. And then a bit of a roll over your rolling pin to make sure it really gets into all the nooks and crannies.
That's a good point.
And then just using your thumb, we're going to almost stroke the paste off the mould to cut it. I wouldn't ever recommend to use a knife to cut paste off a mould. Not really. Because you don't want to damage them.
No, no.
You need to look after your moulds. I've never even dared to put mine in a dishwasher. I know you can.
I don't think I would either, to be honest.
Frighten this middle thought.
No. Wow.
Sorry.
Problem is, that's actually in shot.
Oh, is it?
Thanks. Yeah, we need to do that before the live, preferably. Preferably need to do it before the live.
Shelley, Maria's going to kill you tomorrow.
She's watching.
So once you've removed the excess paste, we're just going to tuck. You can see where it's come off. It's just outside the edges of the mould. So we're just going to tuck those back in.
That's not in your face, is it?
No, it's alright.
I was suntan by the end of the session.
It's
Eh?
fine.
I was suntan by the end of the session.
If I start sweating, it's just the light. Okay, so just tidying up those edges. As I say, if your fingers, I think mine are still damp off that cloth. If it goes a bit sticky, just a little bit of corn flour on your fingers. Okay.
Oops, sugar.
And
I was
crumbs.
just destroying the kitchen. It's all right, everybody. Don't panic.
Sorry.
No cake makers were injured.
No.
In the making of this
Yeah.
live. No.
Does that help any for like?
Yep, it's fine.
Okay, so that's all in there. If you want, you can just give it another little roll over, just to neaten it up a bit. Okay. And then, when you're using any of these moulds, what you need to do is just go around the edge and just flex. You can see how flexible the moulds are. Okay, and how soft. So just go all the way around. It might look a bit fiddly and a bit weird, but it's worth it afterwards. And all that's doing is releasing the paste, so hopefully it should come out really nicely in one piece. I was chatting to Sue earlier from Katie Sue. I told her I was using them all tonight.
Ah, so it should be chuffed.
Yeah. Okay, and then the big reveal. Okay, so you just peel it off. And out it comes all in one big piece.
It looks so effective in the black as well.
Yeah, I really love it in the black.
Yeah. Really
Definitely.
nice.
Twinkle, twinkle, sorry, put it away.
Don't worry.
Now, what I've actually done, so that you're not spending ages watching me churn out mould after mould after mould after mould, I have done
here.
I don't know.
Moved everything.
I did make some earlier as well, okay. You'll, depending on the size, you probably need 3 or 4 pieces, hopefully no more than 4 to cover it. And the other thing as well is sometimes to help when you're handling it, it's a good idea to make them a few minutes in advance, just let them set up a few minutes and they're easier to handle, they won't miss you. Okay. So while they're just setting up for another couple of minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to do a black strip of paste, move that back into shot, over the top of the bag, because we're going to quilt up to here and then we're going to do a pretend zip going over the top for our makeup bag. So we just need a small piece of the black Renshaw Extra again. That's nicely. Okay.
A few people saying you made that look so easy using
What,
the
the
mould.
Katie molds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they actually are.
They are.
They're very easy to use.
yeah.
It is just a case of getting confident with your sugar paste that
Yeah.
you're using
Yeah.
and getting used to them.
And making sure that whatever you're using, whether you're using corn flour or Trex, that you get enough of it into the mould.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't stick. If I know some of them are really intricate, like some of the messages, if you're a little bit worried, you can always pop them in the freezer for a few minutes just to harden up, and then they'll pop straight out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to trim that a little bit and trim it again on the cake. Now I'm hoping that ganache is still a little bit sticky, so I don't think we should need any water on at this stage. We might need a bit for the quilted areas.
Can you just bring the cake back to centre
Sorry.
for me? It's all right.
I was
Thank
doing
you.
so well.
I know you were. Don't worry. You are. Not were. You are doing well.
Listen, you ought to be more worried about your stamps over here. Amy Coyle showed me a new way of doing things, and I really shouldn't have practiced it tonight.
Oh no.
I've just sent her a message with an F, 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 and F on it.
A lot of F's.
She showed me a new way of doing it last night, and I really should have had a practice go first. But anyhow, so I'm hoping you don't need this board for a bit by the time we get a chance to correct it.
No, we've got lots to do before we need the board. Don't worry. We can work around it.
Well, we might have to not have happy birthday on it. I might have to go quickly roll out another one.
After all that.
Third time lucky. If I'd have known that, you could have just done it to start with. Okay, so I've just trimmed those little bits there. It doesn't have to come right to the edges, as I say, because the quilting's going to come right over there. I'm just going to use that little scriber to get rid of that air bubble. Like so. Let me just smooth
I think
it.
I'll go and put my new knife on the website. They'll all be dying to see. I'm not showing them.
I'm sure it's no worse than mine would have been. Painting is not my strong point.
I think you can actually sit here and laugh and think, you know what?
Okay, so let's move that into the middle. So what we're going to do, because the bottom of our cake, our makeup bag obviously is flat, we're going to just chop these little pointy bits off so that we're starting with a straight edge. I don't know if that's technical.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it pointy bits? Is that
Yeah,
technical?
why not?
Yeah.
It is now.
Okay. And then, she says, we're going to start off with the side here. Make sure that it's down to the bottom. And gently press. Am I on this one?
It's all right. Don't worry. Yeah. Shelley, when you've got a second, can you tilt that camera up for me, please?
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
So I know it looks a bit weird for now, but we're just going to leave it kind of hovering because then we're going to join the other bits on. Okay. What you could do, a different way of doing it would be to join the pieces first and then lay it on in a bigger piece. Okay. So I can show you that on the other side and then we'll patch that bit in later.
Okay.
So
That looks
you could
fantastic.
put 2 pieces together. Sorry. Like so, and we'll see how they match up perfectly like that. Look.
Yeah.
So you can't even see where the join is. Okay, and then kind of measure about about so much. We'll leave a little bit extra. Knives are really good for measuring if you haven't got a ruler handy. Again, trim off the pointy bits. because we're not joining it to anything at the bottom, it's just going flush with the cake board. And then join that piece on, like so. And then you can just help it go around the corner there. Okay, as you can see, I'm tucking it under a little bit. Do you remember when we carved into the cake at the bottom? So I'm just bringing that round, like so. And again, we'll patch those bits in a moment. Okay, so that's two ways you can do it. You can either do it in separate pieces and then patch it on the cake, or kind of cut it to the right size and put it on in one piece. Okay, so two different ways, depending on how you work. What we're going to do later on is we're going to go in with the Dresden tool just under these bits here and just neaten those up and tuck them under. Okay, so then we can use these pieces to patch in where we need to.
So this sugar paste, is this the Renshaw Extra or is this?
This is Renshaw Extra.
It is Renshaw Extra, yeah.
Okay, so it's hard to do when I'm trying not to get in the
Upside down and back to front. I know we love bringing people here, especially when it's your first time. No pressure at all to do a first Facebook Live in a new kitchen with something.
I don't know where anything is.
Anything is, and then we expect you to work upside down, back to front, and everything else.
I know.
And stay in camera shot. Yeah, there's no pressure at all.
No, absolutely not.
So Steph's asked a question. How does the pattern not get pressed out when handling it so much?
Just do it really carefully.
Very carefully. And it's actually
it's
very
really
deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is what we said before.
Yeah.
So if you've had other mats, Steph, I don't know which brands or anything like that you might have used or might not have used. Obviously, all designs are different. But the same with Karen Davies ones. The designs that are intricate are actually very deep. So you'd be probably surprised if you looked at the mat itself. I mean, this particular one, we've had a number of Facebook Live guests use this Katie Sue mould, and they've all absolutely loved it. And it's a very deep impression. It isn't one where you could quite easily rub the quilting effect out or anything like that. You really don't need to worry about it. And that's kind of what comes with the brand. It is that quality. Yeah. You know, you saw how easy it was for Julie to use it, how easily the sugar paste came out. The impression is clean, it's precise, and again, it just goes to show the quality of the brand. You know, it kind of speaks for itself, really.
So what I'm just doing there, as you could see, I don't know if you can see from that camera angle, just where there's some little gaps, because obviously we're working with a curved cake.
Yeah.
It's not going to go on perfectly because of the shape of the cake. So I'm just cutting little pieces of the mat just to fill in any little bits. Okay. And it still gives the illusion of the pattern. Okay, and then I'm just going to slice it off, flush there, and then over the top of the cake as well. Just to leave, like I said, we're going to have that bit of an opening on the top.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just squeeze those back together if you get a little bit carried away. But we are going to do some piping around the top as well, so don't worry if it doesn't quite meet. And then again, just a little bit more to patch in. Like I say, if you're doing it at home, you could measure it.
Absolutely.
Rather than just guessing like I am.
No, and our viewers appreciate that though, Julie. It's you know, we say it all the time, we try and pack in as much as we possibly can on these Facebook Live sessions. And we say it all the time, you know, it's the same with the social demonstration mornings. Maria, who was here the other week, will tell you the same. Obviously, in your own kitchen, under your own circumstances, your own time and everything like that, you would do things quite differently. You know, the pressure's not on to try and squeeze everything in 2 hours. You know, and we are pretty damn impressed that that our guests managed to do what they do in 2 hours. You know, where else could you get a tutorial in 2 hours to do a carved cake, fill it, ganache it, cover it in a mould and decorations. It just doesn't happen. And we totally appreciate that.
Okay. So like I say, we are going to roll some piping bits to go over the top here. Okay, so that will cover any. And like I say, you would spend so much more time at home doing it. So for that, we've used about 3.5 of the mat sizes. Okay. So probably about half a kilo of sugar paste.
Yeah, that's not a lot at all, really,
No,
is it?
No.
No?
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is make our pretend zip. And we are going to use, find one, a Dresden tool. And a stitching tool or a quilting tool. Okay, so all we need to do is we're just going to start from one side in the middle. I'm just going to run the Dresden tool all the way to the other side. Okay. Just like that. And then with your stitching tool either side. It's a bit of a squeaky one.
It is, isn't it?
It's brand new out of the packet.
Ah, right.
There we go. See, mine at home's well used. There we go.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
It's just a really quick,
Yeah,
easy way
absolutely.
to get a zip effect.
That's fantastic.
There we go. And then just to make the little zipper, just a little piece of sugar paste. And into a kind of a cone shape. Just flatten it down a little
Just
bit.
pop your hands down a little bit for me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Brilliant.
And then just with your Dresden tool, or you could use a ball tool, I'm just going to make that whole shape like so. And then attach it onto your bag. Doesn't need any water because the sugar paste is quite sticky.
It's already tacky, yeah.
And then just put a little hole in. So just a really simple effect. You can get moulds and things to do that, but just for a really simple, quick and easy way to do it. Okay, so the next job we can do is, I won't transfer it to the board because I think Carol's still working on it.
I think she's waiting for the paint to dry.
So what we'll do first of all, we'll just use, like I said earlier, we'll use the Dresden tool, and all we're going to do is just poke, just sort of like run it along the edge of your cake, just to go into it, remember, so that it looks like it's an actual 3D object and not kind of just plonked on the board. The same goes for any carved cake, just to give it that more realistic feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really easy, like I say, just run your Dresden under, just to tuck it under, like that. You can see it just gives
Yeah, a more rounded.
Good catch. Good
It
catch.
was a good catch, that.
It just makes it a bit more rounded.
Yeah, absolutely.
I should have played cricket. Actually, there is a family history of playing cricket.
There you go, it's in the genes then.
It is, must be. Okay, so let's roll some really thin sausages just to go over where the joints are. Okay.
That's a good point. So Julie Hayes just made, I love this mould, it's so versatile and easy to use. Every cake I've used it on has a different look, even just by using different coloured fondants.
Absolutely. And I quite like it for cupcakes as well. You
Yeah.
can get the smaller one.
Yes.
There's the large quilting mould and the small quilting mould. The small quilting mould is the one that I quite often use for cupcakes. And I say another thing I use it for as well, depending on the size, either the small or the large one, I do a lot of messy bedroom style cakes.
Oh, right.
And it makes a really good quilted headboard.
Ah, fantastic idea, yeah.
So it's really good.
Yeah, Kim Firth used it on one of the cakes that she's done in the Facebook kitchen before. And she used it alongside the Karen Davis rose mould, as a ruffle mould.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's over there actually, the pink cake.
Oh,
And again,
yes.
just in the baby pink, it looks so different, the effect of it.
Absolutely.
So Kim used it with pink with little purple dragées in the middle, and it is just a totally different effect. Yeah.
So versatile.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay. Now I know some people use smoothers to roll them to make them. I can't do that.
Just stick with your own
On my hands
method.
up, I can't do that. So mine is going to be a little bit wiggly. So just choose whichever method is best for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I'm hoping we shouldn't need any water on it. I'm just going to attach it on.
If you move it like this,
So
way, that's alright.
I'm off my sticker. There we go. And then just trim it at the bottom. You trim it at an angle, and then it keeps the rounded effect. That side. And while we've got a small piece there, I'm just going to go along this edge. Trim. Oh, so it's a quiet out.
I know. Carol's just nipped next door to pop some stuff on the website, if anybody's wondering. I know it has gone very quiet now.
Concentration, that's what it is.
Absolutely.
There we go.
That really adds to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just
It just finishes it off. It just-
yeah, but it's
joins.
something that's so simple.
Yeah.
And you know, for people who maybe haven't done a carved cake before, or this type of carved cake, it possibly is a detail that you would easily overlook.
Mhm.
And it's not until you sort of look back on it and you think afterwards, oh, you know, it is that finishing touch that
Yeah.
would have made quite a difference.
And it hides a multitude of sins. Okay. So again, if you're really proficient at using the smoothers to get a really nice, even effect,
Yeah.
That would be better. And stick that one on there.
Ooh, that's looking good, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. This is the best bit. My God.
Carol
There's
comes
the
in
big
brandishing
boy.
a massive
There's
knife.
the weapon.
There's a knife.
But it's perfect that. I'll let you show it afterwards.
There we go.
That looks fantastic,
It's
Julie.
brilliant.
Really
Coming
good.
along.
Don't tell me you need
Not
this
like
board
before.
yet.
No, we can work without it. It's fine. It's
I have to
fine.
kill Amy Sweet Stamps.
Right, so let's put some little bits of sparkle on, shall we? I'm going to use
Absolutely.
these. Okay, now I never know whether I'm saying these right. Draggies.
I think we say dragées, very posh.
I'm not
Apple draggies, aren't they?
I
don't know.
Yeah,
I think we do call them dragées.
dragées. So we're going to use dragées to add a little
Somebody
bit
will
of
correct
bling.
us in a minute. They know I always get it wrong.
Yeah, someone will
But I'm
correct
going
us.
to correct
I've got
it
bigger
by
problems going on here with your board. I don't really care. But they're called pearl balls for like a...
Sugar piles.
Yeah.
That's the name on the
Sugar
side of the
balls.
thing.
Okay, so you can see there, I'm just filling. I'm just trying to do it really carefully because I don't want them to go flying all over the studio.
God.
Okay, and they're 4mm? Yeah, 4mm in silver. Okay, and we just close the little lid, and this is an amazing tool which is going to be speeding up this at no end. I wouldn't even have dreamt of doing this in a Tiara Live if it's rather a nice brush to stick in edible glue. Let's see if there's nothing on that's not so nice. Oh, they're nice. Okay. I would save these for best and not glue. Okay. So I'm just going to really quickly put a little dab of glue in these. Just to help
It's
them to
looking
stick.
great, isn't it?
You could use
Who's
water.
going to be making them?
There's loads of people saying that they're going to do it,
Oh,
honestly.
brilliant. If you do, please post photos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
You can see them. Like I say, you could use water to do this if you wanted. Or a
I
bit of
could do
edible
that over
glue.
here.
And sometimes if your paste's sticky enough, you don't even need to put anything. But just in case, because I don't want them to be, I don't know which ones I've done. I don't want to be chasing them all over the studio or the kitchen. watching. Okay, and then all you do is line it up, press the trigger in, and out she pops.
It really
So
is
you can
a
absolutely
massive time saver, this.
zoom. I get carried away and I forget to let the trigger come
all the way
I
back.
get too excited. I
Yes,
just want to
yeah.
go
So
really
for anyone
quickly.
who's curious about the Rogerson Kiss tool, we do sell it on the Sugar and Crumbs website. I've just popped the details up there quickly for you. And we have loads of previous Facebook Lives where we've had tutors using this. So for a full sort of tutorial on the Rogerson Kiss, how to fill it, how to take it apart, troubleshooting problems, just have a look at our YouTube page. The Facebook Lives are all being transferred over to the community page as well. So for anyone who's on the Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake community, we are eventually moving all the, not moving, but copying the YouTube videos over there, so you can look like, you can watch them on both sources. But like I say, we've had
just done Kim First pillow cake last week.
Ah,
which is
fantastic.
amazing,
So the
yeah.
Rogerson Kiss is used on Kim Firth's pillow cake. And I think that was probably was that the
First
first
one,
time?
yeah.
The first time we had the Rogerson Kiss here with Gwen. So yeah, you can
Good.
so you can watch
least I'm not the only
anything
one.
back. You can watch anything back for a full tutorial of the Rogerson Kiss.
I often do it, roll out the board myself.
Oh no, it'd be fine.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Goes that purple sugar base, Laura. I'm going to have to throw this away. So, if you want to know what I've been doing, I have mucked up Julie's board. So the board is now going to be rolled out for the
Oh,
third
you
time.
haven't even shown us it.
Eh?
Why don't you just press it on the other side?
Yeah.
And we'll just pretend that there's paste at that side.
No, we'll roll it
do
out. Listen, I'm
properly.
going to do it properly. I'm going to do it properly. What was you said before?
Get on that rock.
Eh? We're going to do it properly. We're going to do it properly, aren't we?
Alright,
Right.
famous last words. So see, you can see how really quick and easy
Have you got the
this
circle
makes
there?
it.
There you go.
No, it's not even
Only a
a
little bit.
I only need that much. And the big rolling pin.
So that's one side done completely already.
It really is so
Really
It looks
quick.
amazing. Sorry everyone for making all the noise, but I have mucked up Julie's board and I really can't be having it looking like it does. We're all dying to see, but I peeled it off.
Do you know, the main reason you were doing it was because I said I'd have really shaky hands for painting. I probably would have been okay. Okay.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Sweets are
It
Beautiful.
really does. It
brings
reminds me,
out-
was it Chanel who did
Yes.
that
I
like
think
that?
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
See, that's how quick it is, I ran out. I don't do many quilted cakes, but for the ones that I do, it's so worth having one of these little tools.
I think anyone who's attempted to do them by hand at any point will understand the pain
Yeah.
of this, because honestly it's absolutely horrendous chasing them round or trying to use your tweezers or your fingers or anything
Yeah.
like that.
You go all over the floor, and then
Everywhere.
stand on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awful.
And shall I just want to roll this out again? Oh dear. I have to say, I think that was probably one of the best Katie Sue moulds they've ever had out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all the moulds are great, but you know, every now and again you come across a gem,
An absolute corker.
and that's it.
You see, I absolutely love the dragon scales.
Pardon?
I love
Yeah.
the dragon scale one.
Yeah, it is
Purely because
fantastic.
I love that kind of cake. Anything a bit weird.
I mean, the dragon scale one's absolutely lovely, but this one here is so flexible for all sorts of things, just for doing boards, cupcake toppers, handbags, just loads of things. Quilted cushions, pillow cakes.
Headboards.
Pardon?
Headboards.
Yeah,
I've gone
exactly.
through that one, yeah. I used it a lot for that. I don't know whether it's where I live that we have lots of messy teenagers, whether it's a nationwide thing, but that is one of my most popular cakes.
Really?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And gardening themes at the moment as well. Nearly there.
Go slow.
No, I'm going really quick. It's impossible to go slow on one of these. It's okay, I can do other things while we're waiting. We can make the accessories before.
Good.
It's okay.
So just to answer a quick question, the Dragé Kiss tool doesn't work with all size of the sugar pills. The 1mm will definitely not be the right size. If you go onto our website, we do sell some of the PME pearls that are recommended to be used in the applicator. So the applicator we'd suggest is only, is it the 4mm, I think?
Yeah,
Don't
I've
think
only
we
ever
suggest any
used,
others.
I've
Yeah.
only ever used 4 in it.
Yeah, and to be honest, they are the most sort of common or popular size for the effect that you want to achieve.
Yeah, and they're just perfect for the quilting
Yeah.
on this.
I mean, of course, it doesn't have to be used on a quilted cake, the Dragé Kiss. We've had guests in the kitchen who have used it to actually outline a silhouette, for example. We've had people using it in the centre of flowers, you know, all sorts of things. Carol's having an absolute nightmare at the other end of the kitchen, I must say.
Julie, for the 3rd time you're doing this again. Sorry.
Do you want me to recover it?
Hey, there you go, I can't cope, I'm under stress.
Oh no. Luckily, I've just finished this bit.
Roll this out again for me. They want to see you do it again, anyhow, I know they do.
Oh, the pain.
Sorry. I haven't got a green board, I'm doing it on my worktop here, it's just sticking for fun. Sorry. So you're going to watch
How to
Shirley
cover
do
a cake
roll
board.
out the board again, just in case you missed it at the beginning. So, only because I put the sweet stamps on and Amy gave me a top tip last night on how to do something for it. Well, obviously my top tip didn't work very well. So I've mucked it up, I've sent her a message with a few letters in front of it, beginning with F. I go out and messages, help me!
Okay, so to cover a cake board.
3rd time looking. Sorry, Julie.
As if it wasn't painful enough.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
Right, I'll put the stamps on for you.
Thank you.
We're only having a birthday.
Why don't we have glam?
Hi. Let's just go hi.
Is there an exclamation mark? Is there an exclamation or a dot?
That's good. Oh dear.
How not to decorate it.
The board should be the easiest bit.
Yeah, but the paste is when it's on the green board is so much better. But I'm doing it on the worktop here. It's just
Yeah.
sticking for fun.
I know.
Oh.
It is, I think because it's been wiped so much, it's got
Yeah.
really sticky.
Yeah,
as
it
well,
will do. Yeah,
So
and
it's
it is
even-
quite. It gets quite warm in here as
Yeah,
well.
It's even sticking to itself.
The poor paste.
Sure, to cover
Boring.
board.
She sent me a video. I go, oh, forget it. It's all been ripped up. It's all been ripped up and
Too
redone
late.
again.
Too late.
Oh Lord.
Hope you enjoyed the live, everyone.
Cindy Hill, we do sell the clear rolling pin, and there's actually 2 different sizes, and at the moment we've currently only got the smaller one available. We are trying our very best to get the big one back from the supplier, but there's been issues with the stock from the supplier, unfortunately. It's a long story, we won't go into it, but we are trying our very best to get the big rolling pin back in that Julie's using.
The smaller one was really good as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's still well worth the money. It's lovely to work with. It's really nice.
We're still waiting for the rolling pins. I know Laura just said that, but
Yeah.
the problem is the supplier who gets them is having a problem with the cost of the shipping, and because of the pound keep changing, it's actually made it very expensive and not worth having the rolling pins in stock. There wasn't much profit in them anyhow, but there really isn't much profit. I had a bit of a deal with him, but I'm just waiting for him to get back to me. And Liz Mosley, you're absolutely right. I need the swearing sweet stamps tonight. I've seen the swearing ones, Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need those tonight. Okay,
The swearing ones have just gone straight back to Amy.
with this
I've just
well
got-
used paste.
I can't show you the idea because she asked me not to share it with anybody yet, but anyhow.
I'm sure with practice it will be great.
The paste is already coloured. It's called Deep Purple and it's by Renshaw. It's Renshaw Rollout.
So then what we'll do is while Carol's stamping this again, we'll make some of the makeup to go on the board.
So we've just noticed that we've made a mistake. We've done a pop-up on the continuous quilting mould, and we've actually put the wrong price on. I think we may have put the price on of the mini.
Don't know.
No.
But it's not
It's
what it
not
was.
the correct
It's 1949.
Yes, so it's 1949 the mould, and then what's it showing?
949.
Oh, no, that's not right.
No.
You forgot the one on it.
Yeah.
So you've got the 545 on it. So just ignore that price. So
Yeah.
Laura's not going to pop it up
No.
again anymore. I don't know who made them today. Who made them today? The pop-ups?
Whoever it is getting a slap on the wrist. And I'm only saying that because it wasn't me.
Okay, so I'm going to give Carol the letters. There's a couple of crumbs in there, Carol, I'm sorry.
That's the least of
I was
our
gonna say
problems.
There we go.
Right.
There we are. Okay, so while Carol's redoing the letters, we're going to make some of the makeup to go on the board. Okay, because the makeup bag is finished. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Renshaw Extra and we will start with some eyeshadow or blusher. You can use it for either. Okay, so what we're going to need is some circle cutters, which we're using these FMM cutters. Let's move this out of the way. And I'm going to use just the circles for this one. And I think we'll use these two sizes here. I'm not sure what size they are. About an inch, inch and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in the
something like
Duramex set. It's very good, that set. Georgie Godballs swears by that set all the time.
The shade.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to keep our paste reasonably thick because we're making it like a bit like this single eyeshadow palettes, and we're going to use the bigger one of the circle cutters. Pull away the excess paste. A bit of a wiggle. Okay. And because your paste is quite thick, the rim of it has actually made a little indentation
Ah,
like you get with the eyeshadow
perfect,
palettes,
yeah.
so that's really good. And to make the eyeshadow colour, we're going to use some Renshaw White. Sorry, put that over here. And we're going to actually mix it with some petal dust for this one. You can use a gel colour, you can use pre-coloured. There is a reason why I'm making it with the petal dust, which I will show you in a minute.
You're getting twitchy.
Okay, so just need the paste just to soften. And then we're just going to sprinkle on a little bit of the, I'm using this Fractal Colours Kitty Nose Pink.
It's lovely. that one.
Cute, isn't it? It's such a cute name.
It is. My hands are greasy. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to make a little well in the middle and just sprinkle some of the paste in. Paste dust, not that much. Okay. And then just knead it together. As I say, you can use gel colours if you want. It's absolutely fine. A bit sticky. So again, if your fingers are getting sticky, just pop a little bit of corn flour or something on them. You can see that's quickly colouring it up. I don't want to go for a really dark colour because we're not going for a really gaudy makeup. You can if you like. Okay. I might just add a tiny bit more. And then what we're going to do is we're going to roll it a similar thickness, maybe a little bit thinner. We're actually going to use some cling film to cut out with the cutter. Sorry, that's a bit boring watching me colour it.
Don't worry.
And the name of the mat that we're using is called a green board. There's two sizes. There's a 600 and a 300. The 600 is brilliant for your kitchen worktop, absolutely brilliant. And the smaller size is perfect if you're just doing small bits of modelling.
Okay, so we're going to put some cling film over the top of the paste. What this will do is when you press your cutter into it, it will give it a more rounded appearance rather than straight sides. So we're going to use the smaller one of the two, press it in. Okay. And if you can see, it's kind of made it a bit more rounded on the edges.
Okay.
Okay.
What a good tip.
Just makes it look a bit more like eyeshadow. 'Cause
Yeah.
they are
Elevated.
rounded,
Yeah. Yeah.
roundness to them, haven't they? And then just pop that in the middle. Okay. And then the reason that I've used dust to do that, if I just get a paintbrush, and then if you just get a little bit of dust and put it on the top, it just gives it the appearance that
Ah, fantastic.
it's, yeah. And because I've used the paste, the same dust to colour the paste, it coordinates with it better.
Definitely. Oh, that's a very good idea.
So we'll move that one to the side until we're ready for the board. And then we can move on to some lipstick.
That's fantastic, you're doing very well.
That's okay, thank you.
Yeah, are you
Are we
alright?
doing okay for time?
We are. We've
Yeah,
got
very
half an
well
hour.
for time.
We're an hour and a half in.
Brilliant.
We're an hour and a half in already.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I know. Time flies.
Tells what happens when you're under stress, painting these frigging things in.
Okay, next thing we're going to do, let's do a makeup brush. So something like a blusher brush or a thick eyeshadow brush. Again, we're going to use some of the Renshaw whites. This time we're going to mix it with brown. I think it's a chocolate brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should get into it. Maybe I should have used the sharpener. Okay, so we're just going to mix this in. And this is going to do like the bristles of the brown.
Don't tell you spelled it wrong. You are having you.
I'm going to go home and have a lie down.
You're having a nightmare.
Where's that freaking smoother there? I'm going to go home and have a lie down. No, there's
Well,
a
we'll be
one other
lighting
thing.
back again. I'm a cad home.
Not your fault.
The white one's not.
Who's that?
So
There,
it's over there.
That's smoother.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got spelled birthday wrong.
I don't know.
Oh,
what
you
to
just
say.
put hi.
No. Exclamation mark or question mark guess was good. Even dot. I'm quite happy with it at the moment. Do you know, the thing is, what I've done here is, I've done what I've always said you should never do. Showed Julie tonight, you set them all out. Didn't I do that, Julie?
You did do
I said you
that.
set them all out so
I
you know
didn't
you've
listen
got
to
them.
you.
You see, you've got them all spaced out. You know what these spelling's right. Now I've got birthday with a B-I-R-T D-A-Y, Mr. Frickin' H.
So it's birthday.
Yeah.
I'm sure there must be a birthday
Yeah,
somewhere.
got to be, yeah.
Got to be. So what we're going to do is start off with a
that's
ball of
too
black sugar paste.
I'm not being anyone's assistant ever again.
I'm never going to be invited back. And then we're going to take it down into a cone shape with your hands. Okay, and then we're going to smooth it. So if you angle your hand, okay, so that the end is getting thinner, but the top is staying quite fat. Okay, and then just flatten it at one end, at the thick end.
Yeah, ball home, step back and pour a glass of wine. I only wish I drank.
I know,
I
but
actually
you
go
read
to
the
drink
rest.
ball.
Have you read the rest?
Hey, I'm allergic to alcohol, that's why it's here eating chocolate.
Have you read the rest of it?
No, what's it say?
Throw the bloody board at the wall.
Oh, so the same with the brown, into a ball first, and then into quite a fat teardrop
Okay,
cone type
okay.
shape. Okay, and then just flatten it slightly with the palm of your hand. And then we're going to use the Dresden tool, which I have somewhere.
We've got the H on
Is
there.
it just at the side of the board? I think here on this side under the cutters.
There it is, thank you. Okay, and we're just going to use the thin end to score down. This is going to be like the bristles on the brush. Okay. You don't need to do the bottom because obviously that's going to be on the board, just the top and the sides. And then for the top I tend to just put a few holes, just so it makes it look a little bit like individual. Just kind of drag it a little bit, just to make them a bit more uneven. It's just to give an idea and impression of it, yeah. And then just go back over in case you flattened any of your bristles while you were working. Okay. And then a little bit of water with my big brush. And that just attaches onto there.
Fab.
Okay. So that's going to be your big blusher brush. Put that on there to the side. Obviously normally as I were making them I'd put them straight on the finished board. It's not quite ready.
Not quite.
Not quite ready. So let's make a lipstick.
Oh, for me, but what was you talking to me? Sorry. Totally engrossed
Full of
here.
concentration.
Sorry. Listen, I've got pressure on here. How long have we got? 20 minutes.
Loads of time. So for the lipstick, let's roll a ball. And then this time we're going to make it into a sausage shape.
You make a few lipsticks.
I'm just thinking what else we can make. We could make an eyeshadow palette.
Yeah,
couldn't we?
do that.
Okay.
I'm back on painting now, so
Okay. And we could do a purple lipstick.
yeah, green one, pink one, everyone. Let's go through the colour chart.
Okay, into a ball. And then again into a sausage. This time it doesn't have to be as long because this is going to be the lipstick part. Okay, just keep flattening. And then with sharp knife, I think I'm going to use that sharp one. Wherever it's gone.
Oh, I've got it down here.
That's it.
Big.
Thank you. Okay, so with a sawing action, don't just cut because then that's going to drag the paste down. With a really gentle backwards and forwards sawing, you can slice through it without distorting the shape. Okay, so that just gives you your lipstick kind of shape. And again, with your lipstick case, we don't want to make it too big. If you wanted, you could use some Tyler's powder in it as well, just to make sure it's a little bit more stable. And then, because the paste is quite sticky, it doesn't really need any water. Okay. Like so. So there's our lipstick. If you wanted, you could run like a silver band around just a little bit of sugar paste. Some silver.
Yeah. Should we give Carol that job for more painting?
No. Listen, I'm on P of happy.
Oh,
Painting.
okay. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do an eyeshadow palette. Seeing as there, we've got a bit of time.
Shut up.
Is it time to fill? Oh dear. Right, so let's go back to our black.
I can understand why you gave me this job, Julie.
I did say I'm not keen on painting. Maybe we should have filled them with those little mini pearls.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wasn't thinking.
Yeah,
that.
we
done
should have
that.
definitely put on pearls in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this time we're going to roll out a rectangle. Maybe choose a different piece. Because you want to make sure there aren't any cracks in it. Again, if your hands are a bit sticky, a bit of corn flour. And roll it into a ball to get rid of the cracks. Okay, so impromptu eyeshadow palette. Unplanned.
I'm just on the wire birthday.
Oh, fabulous.
No, wire happy.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was really impressed.
Yeah,
Wow.
gone from the pea and happy to the white birthday.
moment.
Okay. So we're just
I
going
tell
to
you, I'm going to be able to proper lie down when I get in.
so just measure to make sure that your square is going to fit inside. Well, like that. And let's have 1, 2, about 3. Okay. Again, if you was at home, you could measure it out nice and neatly with a ruler. So let's do a pink eyeshadow. In fact, we could do 3 different shades of pink, couldn't we?
Yeah, take your time. Have you done blusher?
Because it's going to be
We
really
have.
quick.
Have you made a mascara yet?
No. Not yet.
Go on, work out how
How
to
big
do
is
one
that
of them.
board?
Well, we're on Beer birthday.
Okay, so we'll do the darkest shade first.
Have you made a lipstick?
Yes, done that. Done the lipstick, done the blusher brush, done the eyeshadow. Okay, again using your cling film just to give it that little bit of a rounded edge.
That's such a good tip, that. It's fantastic.
Okay, if you're not sure whether your cutter's gone right through, you can always take the cling film off and then just tidy up those edges. Okay. There's your dark pink, or darkest pink. So then to make them paler, just add some white paste to your pink. I'm doing this really quickly.
Slower.
Oh, Leslie Davison says you lot are so funny and makes my Monday night. Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Unintentionally funny.
I think I'm about to have a heart attack. Never felt under so much pressure in my life.
So I think I might just add a bit more white to that. It looks quite similar. So that will take a little bit longer.
Great. That's what I like. You're making the mascara.
Not yet.
Take your time.
What other makeup can you
There's
do?
no rush. They don't mind going over these lot.
Don't they?
They like running over.
Good. Another idea you can do as well is if with your zip, instead of doing it closed, you could do your lines coming out as if it was an open zip.
Oh, show me how to do that.
Well, no, it's
Too
too
late.
late.
Too late. And then with like your lipstick, you
That's
could
a good
insert
idea.
a cocktail stick or a cake pop stick in
Yeah.
and do it so it looks like it's sticking
I
out.
like that
of the
idea.
bag. I've done those before. If I'd known the board was going to take so long, we could have done that.
All
too.
right, all right.
I'm definitely not getting asked back, am I? Sorry, Carol.
So your fault. I volunteered.
You actually did.
I did.
Okay, so just carefully release it from the board with your knife. And just neaten off those edges. And that's shade number 2.
I'm on the D.
You're on the D. Ooh, yeah, okay, so one more eyeshadow shade and then the board might be ready.
No, it won't be that. I'll just a little bit slow. It's got lots of curly bits.
This is a nice font though.
That helps.
It is!
I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Yeah. I mean, I could say that I was going to do it all in uppercase because they were quicker to hit.
She did say, oh, I do it all in uppercase because
You
it's
said not so
easier.
curly.
Now I said, no, you've got to do it properly, the upper and lower. I must learn to keep my gob shut. Having said that, I've got to 57 years and still haven't learned yet. That's usually John's strapline for me. Keep your gob shut, you.
That's what got me here tonight. I'm keeping my mouth shut. Anybody wants to do a Facebook Live? Me! I'll come. I was expecting you to say no.
No, not at all. We want people, but while we're on that subject, if anybody ever wants to come along and do a Facebook Live,
It's really fun.
yeah, and you know,
It is.
everybody's nervous at first, but then they all agree it is fun.
Yeah.
So if anybody feels that they want to come and show the audience something, please message me and let me know. And let's get you booked in.
Okay, so I know what we can do next.
Thank God for that.
We can do some makeup applicators.
Oh, I like that. What's makeup applicators?
Those little black things with white ends.
Makeup applicator. Oh, right, yeah.
The little,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know
you
what?
know what I mean.
You know, Julie, you can come back again. You're thinking of these delay tactics.
Thinking fast. You do know what we mean. They're on a stick and they've got like
You will know
a
in a
half,
minute when I make one.
yeah, it's like a half semicircle and then but a slightly pointed top
Yeah.
and like a white sponge.
Oh, yeah, like blenders and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay, so for that we're just going to roll a thin black sausage. Just wipe my hands. That's trouble when you're going from black sugar paste to white
Yeah.
sugar paste.
Yeah.
I'm not drying them on my apron, I promise. I have a tea towel. Okay, and then into your white sugar paste. Just a small
Yeah,
bowl.
it's done. And breathe, Carol. And breathe.
And add that onto one end. And we could do a double-ended applicator.
That's what we like. You keep rolling them out.
Keep rolling them out.
Right. Your border's there.
Thank you. Oops.
Oh, God, I'm going to have a lie down. I've missed all this live doing that. I'm going to go watch it again after.
And then if you want, what we're doing with my little paintbrush, there we go. You can pretend that that applicator is being used in the eyeshadow that we made. I'll just add in a little bit of dust.
They look so good, don't they?
Yeah.
So, who's making one? Who's making handbags? So we're going to see all handbags this weekend with Mr. Pearl there, Julie.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Sorry. That could be the back. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So who's making handbags? Come on then, tell us.
There we go. Okay, so I should clean up my area
Was
a
that
little
the
bit.
one?
Oh, wait for you to
Mine
say
was
that.
in front of the lipstick.
Oh gosh, I missed two.
Oh, crikey. I only saw one.
So Stacey Hill says, what are you putting on your hands to stop the icing drying out? It's actually to stop Julie's hands being so sticky, just because it's quite warm in the kitchen. Yeah, and obviously the more you work with the paste, it just gets tacky in your hands. It's actually a cornflour pouch. So Julie's just literally touching her hands onto the cornflour pouch just to get a little bit on her fingertips.
Well, we've got 3 people who've thrown their hands up and said they're going to try it this
Yeah,
weekend.
there's loads.
Yeah, Leslie Davison, Denise Newberry, Dawn Edwards, Laura Bell. Yeah, so that's a few, and let's make sure we see them next week.
Yes.
It'll be really quite exciting.
In all different colours.
And all, yeah, do all different colours.
Yeah.
A nice red or a bright hot pink would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we will transfer
Sue Clark's
it.
going to give it a go. Jacqueline Penfold said she's going to give it a go. Claire Alchema, how do you spell that?
Almquist.
Okay, great. How do you say it?
Almquist.
She's going to give it a go.
Dale Clark.
Dale Clark Blackler's going to do it without a board.
Said board has made an appearance.
There we go. So now we're going to transfer it. I'm just going to move these bits of makeup off so that I don't ruin them in the process. Have we got any royal icing? Or a little bit of sugar paste let down with water, whichever's easiest. Royal icing is fab. Just going to pop a little tiny bit of cornflour there because it's quite sticky.
God, I'm all hot and bothered. Oh, we're all right, Julie. 10 minutes to go. We're on time. We're doing well, girl.
Fabulous. I didn't think I'd be able to do it in that time.
Hey?
I didn't think I'd be able to do it in that time.
you've done
There we go.
well. And you've covered that board 3
Three
times.
times. So I'm just going to release.
I don't think we've ever had anybody redo a board 3 times. Right, okay, there's your royal icing.
Thank you.
This is ready-made royal icing. You'll have just heard me putting it in the microwave for a minute to soften it. There you go.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Okay, so just
So good, isn't it?
fell out because I didn't put any edible glue in.
Right.
Okay, so a little bit of royal icing in the middle.
And KS, she's going to give it a go as well. Oh, Alison said it's a really nice board. Finally.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, now normally I would let my cake set for a little bit longer so that I don't distort the icing, and the same with the board as well.
That's good.
There we go. And then we can stick on the accessories.
Fantastic. It's looking good, isn't it, everybody? How fabulous is that? Amy Scott's going to give it a go.
Brilliant.
See, look at all these people who you're inspired. So do make sure you tag in Julie. Let her know that her inspiration has helped you. Oh, I love that eye. Is that the blusher or the eye shadow? Good, that, isn't it?
It is.
It is good. Did you just knock that up because I was busy with the board?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, you're good, Julie. You're good.
So I'm just pushing a little bit of water on the back just to help them stick onto the board.
Any chance you could swing it round the other way?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
If you
can
can
see.
work backwards and upside down, it'd be
Yeah,
much
no problem.
appreciated.
Of course.
She only little. She wouldn't get over the work.
Standing on
Should
the
have got her a
board.
stool. Can you just lean over? And that's a good idea. Putting
Yeah.
the dust on top. That's a
brilliant.
fantastic
Yeah.
idea.
Just brings it to life a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and I like that. You've dusted the little
Yeah, the
brush, I
applicator.
think. Oh, look at that. Oh, good.
There we go. The same with the blusher brush.
Yeah.
You could add a
Yeah.
bit of dust on that, a bit of beige
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
How
That is absolutely
fantastic.
brilliant.
A ribbon around the board, and then we would be sorted.
What are you going to do on the board?
So,
Oh, turn it over.
if you've got some ribbon, that would be
Yeah.
lovely.
Sorry. Just running off. Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
Finishes it off a bit.
How amazing
I can't
is that?
believe we've had that done in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
And to be fair,
I
it's
thought
less
it
than
was
2
very
hours
much
because
longer.
I did that. I talked about the brushes for a good 10 minutes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've had to do the board 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done extra makeup.
And did extra makeup.
Planning to
Absolutely
do.
freaking amazing. How good is that? How good is it? All of you are absolutely loving that. You've kept a fabulous audience.
Brilliant.
350, which is absolutely amazing.
Really is.
Everybody loves it. Well done.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so just a little bit of ribbon to finish the board off.
So I'm glad you're all loving our lives, by the way. If you're all members of the community group, I have put up, if you're all members of the community group, if there's a little tab when you go to the top of the page, it's called Learning. If you go to Learning there, it says that you can write some reviews. Now, they're not the official Facebook reviews. They're just reviews for other people in the group so they can see. There's one reviews for about Laura, me, Maria, Shelley and everybody else who works in the office and how great we all are. And there's one for our Facebook Lives. Please pop your comments there and let everybody see. And if you want to go over to our actual official page, Sugar and Crumbs with Nifty Nozzles, and do it right up there, we'll always be very grateful. So it's always nice when you see so many people who actually love the tutorials. And I have to say, that is fabulous, Julie. Have you
Brilliant.
enjoyed
Thank you. I
tonight?
have enjoyed tonight.
Yeah.
It's been good fun.
And are we done? Is there anything else you'd like to add to it?
Not unless there's anything else you want me to put on. I think
Yes,
that's-
we've done the
yeah.
board. That's
Yeah,
the main thing.
It's quite full.
Yeah.
There's much space. All those extra bits.
Because I'm ready.
Yeah,
Hasn't she done a fabulous job? So come on, get those hands going, love hearts going, thumbs up going. And I do want you to go over to her page, show your appreciation. It's Julie's Cake Box.
In a box.
In a box.
Like Jack in a box, but
Yes,
cake in a box.
Cake in a box. Go over there, like her page, send her a little message, tell her how much you've enjoyed tonight. We've enjoyed having you here. You know it's all just fun in the kitchen. Have you enjoyed
I've
it?
absolutely had a
Are you
great
going to come
time.
back again?
Oh, of course.
Shall we have
Absolutely.
her back? Hey, we like a cute little one, don't we, in the kitchen?
I don't take up
Don't
much
get-
room.
No, you don't. We don't get many little
Take
ones in the
space.
kitchen, do we? So, anyhow, absolutely fabulous. So, lots of things there for you that she showed you, lots of skills. And just, you know, even just doing it different colours, it's great. So, everything's in the wish list. I put that new knife on as well. Is there anything else I should be telling you about? Told you about classes. Have we got any more lives this week? We haven't got any more lives.
Not
We're
this
having a bit of
week.
a rest this week.
We are, but having a bit of a normal week, I think. I think we need it.
But we do have, next week, we have 3 lives. So we've got one on the Monday, one on the Thursday and one on the Sunday. So Monday, Thursday and Sunday. Laura's wondering which one she's going to be
I've
tracking.
just remembered. I know.
You've got out of Thursdays.
I've just remembered.
You're in Sunday. So we've got 3 lives next week. So that's us done and dusted for this week. So I don't know what else to say now apart from we're done.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. It's been a fantastic evening and all the comments are fantastic. So thank you very much as always.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.